So I think this is going to be pretty cool. This is the Rolio expandable hose, which comes with, you know, kind of a reel system and then also a sprayer. And so let me tell you what, you know, kind of led me up to this. So I haven't made a video on it, but my detailing business has started. It's legitimate, and I'm in the process of opening up another YouTube channel and start posting videos on it. Well, anything that's detail related will now move over to my new channel. But I have the Sunjo pressure washer, which holds about 5 gallons worth of water. And then I also have my grit guard bucket, which is another 5 gallons worth of water. So when I need to be mobile, usually I'll just fill both of those up with water and take it, and it should be enough. I have some jobs coming up this week to where I need to have more, you know, I need more water. And so the customers let me use their water that's there. But I didn't have a garden hose. And I currently live in an apartment. And so normally what I'll do is I'll just fill up these buckets in my apartment, bring it down to the garage here and do what I need to here. So I haven't had a need for a garden hose. So I spent probably about a week on the Home Depot website, Lowe's website, Amazon, looking at different solutions for garden hoses. And I happened to just run across this, the Rolio expandable hose, and all the reviews that I had read on this were pretty impressive, and especially for the price point. So I haven't opened it. We're going to open it and take a look at it, see if it's a good viable option. So here we're going to look at, you know, one side of this, and features expands 3 times. So this hose is 25 foot, and then once you hook it up to water, it will expand up to 75 feet. They have a 50-foot option, then they have the 75-foot option. This is the 75. So expands up to 3 times, strong and durable, triple layer latex core, has brass fittings, never kinks or tangles, and it's lightweight. So it, excuse me. Now the weight, according to the Amazon sticker, which is where I bought this, the weight is 4.6 pounds. That's pretty light, actually. Here we can see connectors. It's showing there's a double O-ring seal, anti-rust design, brass connectors, and it also has a shutoff valve on the hose itself. It also comes with a 9-function sprayer, which is this, which I'll probably never use, but it comes with that sprayer there. And then expandable garden hose, brass fittings, convenient on-off valve, which is that part there. I love how self-contained this is. It even has a hook on it, so you could hook it on something like on the wall. So here's a look at the sprayer that comes with it. Has a jet cone, shower, flat, full, center, mist, angle, soaker. I don't think I noticed this before, but it also has a pressure adjustment switch on there, that's really cool. Has a little ring hook on the top of the nozzle, which is there. Heavy duty spray nozzle, non-adjustment, water patterns, just the water level and flow. So I think this is going to be really cool. So let's get this thing open and take a look at it. So it looks like everything is in one large bag. That is crazy small. Wow. Okay, so it comes with this little thing and some instructions on the back. I'll set this to the side. Look at how small this thing is. So this is my cell phone. So it's like not even two of these tall. That is crazy. Let's grab the my tape measure. And we'll see just how large this thing is. We're going to open it first. So here we have the nozzle. So it's pretty much all plastic, but it's a heavy plastic. It feels like it's well built. So we have the different spray adjustments here, which has a good feel to it. Here's the pressure adjustment knob on the back. So so this doesn't feel like the small, thin, cheap plastic ones. It doesn't feel like a brass unit either. I would say, you know, it's a good mid-range. It's got a great feel, as you can see by the, you know, the shape of it. Like for my hand, it just fits perfect. Okay. So everything else is all attached to this carrier. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, and we have 3 rubber O-rings. This is crazy. I cannot get over how small this thing is. Try to get a little bit closer for you. So you can see, and this is a 75-foot hose. So you can see one side hooks on one, wrap it around it, then the other side hooks on the other. There's also a couple of screw, I don't know, keystones, I guess is what those are called. So you can put it in the wall, set this on it, hang it up. You could probably even hang it permanently there, you know, and then just unreel it from it. And then when you're done with it, come bring the hose back, because you can see how these hook in. Wow, that is cool. Yeah, so we have the brass ends. So let's take a look and see how big this thing is. So let's measure the back. So it's roughly 11 inches tall. See if we can find the widest. So it's no more than 10 inches, which I'm taking into account the hose. So it's, and then here, and then the outer part of the hose. So it's about 10 inches. So 11 by 10. Let's get a measurement from the side. And 6 inches wide. This is crazy small. The carrier, well, the hook, I mean, the hook looks like it's, you know, it looks like it's built fairly well. So I don't think that's going to be, you know, a problem with that breaking. There's a little bit more, you know, structure in the plastic there. I mean, it's thin, but it isn't super thin. So, okay, let's Let's unwind this and take a look at it. So we'll first do this side. So we'll just lift this out. Okay. So here we have the hose, which is supposed to be 25 foot, and it shrinks on its own. So once you turn off the water pressure, it shrinks. So this is the spray end. Okay. So one thing that I do notice, which may or may not be an issue, is that as you do pull this apart, it does get smaller. So how small that is, I'm really not sure. This says 3/4, but if you look in the end of it, you can see that it's got a small opening, which is probably 3/8 opening inside the port. And then on the other end, there's a washer already in place. But I'm going to say that that's probably even smaller. So it's not very large diameter. So you know, with with the pressure washer that I have, I think this will be adequate because that's only like 0.9 something gallons per minute. So I think this will keep up with that. And then I have 3 different settings. You know, I've got a low, medium, high pressure. And so if I needed to, I could drop the pressure down if I needed to do that. So for me, I think it will work. But if you have, you know, if you have a pressure washer that's probably almost 2 gallons a minute, I don't think this will keep up with it. I don't think that it's large enough inside diameter to keep up with it. So the shut off in here feels good. There's a brass ball that's in the center. So the quality feels really good. The hose is designed in such a way that I don't think it will snag on anything. So I don't think that will be a problem. And it's like a nylon, kind of like a ripcord type filling material that's on there. So I'm going to show you guys what my plan is for this. Let me see if there's any specs on Amazon's website that's worth sharing to you guys. So the price I paid $39 is what I paid for this. Yeah, I don't see any additional information that appears important. Yeah, the hose is only 25 feet long once the water stops flowing. Easily flexible and will never kink, so wrapping onto the included portable lightweight garden hose holder is simple and easy. Expanding to a full 75 feet during use. Okay. That's really about it. There's not really, I mean, it's a pretty simple system, right? So we'll set this to the side, and I'm going to show you another one of the cool features with the Sunjo. Let's see. I don't know if there's... So there's a little bit of water in here. Okay. So you can see on the Sunjo that there's tabs. You lift that up. And do the same thing on this side. Turn this around. And I need to undo this. Pull out the spray gun. So I just pulled the spray gun out, detached from this. Now the whole top of this comes off. So it's really quite easily. Ugh, there's water still in that. Okay, so now you can use this as a standalone pressure washer. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a brass fitting that is right here on the top. Well, there's an adapter that comes with it. And this is the adapter. So this side is designed to connect onto this. The other side is designed to go onto a garden hose. So what we're going to do, there's already a rubber O-ring in here. So what we'll do is we're going to screw this onto the end of our hose. Okay, and then this part is going to snap on the top of this. Okay, so now we have unlimited water supply that's now going to the pressure washer. So this allows me the ability to use someone else's water other than just having to tote water with me everywhere. So one of my plans is, I guess I should say plan because it's already in action. So when I get a schedule with a customer, I ask them if there's water on site or electricity available, and if it is, I could use theirs or I can bring my own. I still haven't come up with the generator solution yet. I'm still figuring that part out. We'll try and decide which one that I want to use. And so of course, the Sunjo runs on a battery. There's a large battery that just goes into the back of this. And so you don't need electricity to run this. But you can be self-sustained. So you can go to a parking lot and you could wash a vehicle with this setup. It's just about how much water you can carry with you. And so, I'm working on a solution for that rather than just carrying water in buckets. I'm thinking about buying a smaller tank, probably maybe like a 15-gallon tank, something like that, that I can fill with water and I can just put it in the trunk of my car. Because I don't really know just yet how much I'm going to be doing mobile, so versus how much I'm going to do here. It does look like I'm probably going to be doing more mobile business. And so anyway, so that's the plan for this. And of course the other good thing too is that if I need to put water in buckets, all I have to do is pull this up and I have a shutoff valve already on it. So I can now just fill up buckets, whatever I need to do, then come back, put this back on it, turn it back on, and now I've got water going back into the pressure washer again. So that's the plan with the setup that I'm working with. And so next thing we're going to do is see how difficult it is to put all of this back on the reel. So stay tuned for just a moment. Okay, so we've had our hose off, we have the reel, and we're going to see how difficult this is to put it back on here. Now, after you're done using the hose, it's connected, and you've got it pulled out 75 feet. Once you turn the water off, you drain the water out of the hose, it's going to retract back to 25 foot. And so we're going to start with this end. As you can see, this is all kind of knotted up as well, so it'll be interesting to see the no kink aspect of this hose. Maybe just kind of hold it in place with that same hand, and let's start reeling it up. Okay, so we're a little knotted here, but let's see how easy this is to unravel. Okay, so now I'll take this side, stretch it a little bit, and just kind of set it in there. So yeah, so not dealing with a garden hose where you're kind of having to flip it around, if you know what I'm talking about, where it wants to stay straight one direction. This thing is completely pliable. As you can see, it's just very, very flexible. So yeah, you're not going to have any issues with this thing kinking. And I'll probably just go ahead and leave this on here. And I think I'll see if I can come up with a solution so that I can make a place to maybe hang this on the inside or something like that, just to kind of keep it together. I think that would be pretty cool. So anyway, that's it. This is the Rolio expandable hose. I'll put a link to it in the description below, the Amazon affiliate link. I gotta say that this thing is super cool. It's super small, and you know, I don't think I'm gonna have an issue with it. You know, I think with my pressure washer, it's going to work fine. I don't think I'm going to have any issues there. If I do have a supply issue, I can just fill the bucket with the hose, you know. And it's so small that it's not an inconvenience to carry it with you. You know, it's, again, it's what, 4.5 pounds, 11 inches tall. What was it, 10 inches, 10 inches wide, you know, at the furthest point, and I think 6 inches deep is what it was. So it's super small, super light, and you know, it comes with this if you need it for whatever. So this is included. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can come up with a solution so that I can, you know, kind of hang this in there, because for me, I doubt I'll be hanging this on a wall anywhere. In here, it's all concrete walls, and I can't drill into it anyway. So yeah, I think this will be a pretty cool solution. So anyway, thanks for watching the video, and yeah, take care. All right, bye. What I came up with was this. So you can see now the nozzle is in the back, so you know, you can carry this around with you wherever you want to go, and then you don't have to be like, oh yeah, I forgot, I got to go back and get the nozzle, or what did I do with the nozzle. It's with, you know, this all the time. So the only things I did is I just drilled a couple small holes in the sides, and then, you know, tightened them up to a point to where, you know, I could still remove the nozzle. So as you can see, just like that. And then, you know, the nozzle's back in there, but as you can see, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to fall out. And so you may have to tweak, you know, the tension on it a little bit to get it to, you know, what works for you. But